every single day, no matter what's happening with his team or in his personal life. It's a total commitment to excellence. And that's what you'll get from me for the rest of the year if you keep locked in to Out of Bounds.
All right, MP, you ready? Shaking, MP.
Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. Hello, everyone. Well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, BA. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A. Basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this.
Now Denver's starting five. They've got MP. He's out there with Walter, and it's Mobley in at the 4. And for some reason, he decided to foul them. Houston leading by 13. And it's Howard in at the 4. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Forte passes to Howard. So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Here's Mann. He's scoreless from deep. MP. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 5 rebounds in the game. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
What's up?
The Rockets lead by 14, and so they choose to intentionally foul. So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Covered by MP. Pass to Sims. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Bailey.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
The offensive rebound. And David Adelman wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's MP. The fader. The rebound by Sims. Sims has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the foul called on MP. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he'll sit the rest of this one out. Houston leading by 14. Here's Forte.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play.
The Houston Rockets in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. We'll be right back after this word.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Denver Nuggets.
They haven't been close with some of these threes. Does the rim look like it's moving to them? I mean, seriously. It looks like it's multiple rims out there.
Aim for the middle one. At least that's what I've been told. And moving things along. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Rockets. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor. On the court right now for the Nuggets. They've got Evan Mobley, and it's Sanchez in at the 3, the small forward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get off a shot. Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Read the defense and executed. The IQ showing through for Şengün.
Jones against Warren. Shot blocked. Pass to Flanders. Over to the left wing. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Şengün. 12 points for Amen Thompson.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's O'Brien. Buries it down low. O'Brien's got 7 points.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
To the middle. Here's Thompson. And the shot goes. And the Rockets lead by 17.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Back to Mobley. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Inside Mobley is set up for success. His size and reach means the rim is right there for him.
Thompson in the post. Back to Jones. Launches it. Rebounded by Denver. O'Brien's got rebound number 11. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate it.
Well, Mama said there'd be days like this. Tough night for you from the field and your team as a whole. How do you nip this thing in the bud and get it back on track?
I mean, the answer is right there. trust in each other, trust in the work. The NBA is highly competitive, man. You're gonna struggle sometimes, but you can't mope around feeling sorry for yourself. Look, I get knocked down, and I come back stronger every time, period.
We believe in you, MP. Brian, back to you.
Thank you, Dominic. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. So long, everyone.
Let's go.
Coach Van Gundy, with these two bigs, I know this is a matchup you in particular are very excited about.
Yeah, Kevin, this really feels like a throwback matchup to me. With this style of game, running it through the centers, I feel like I should be on the sideline yelling at these guys.
Now, here's Harper. Back to Wembanyama. Over O'Brien. Play shot by Wembanyama, no good. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Mobley. Also out there with MP. And it's O'Brien in at the 5 spot. Now let's check in with Allie and see what she has for us on MP. Allie, take it away.
This is a highly anticipated matchup between two MVP hopefuls, and MP knows they've got their hands full with Wembanyama. He told me, quote, the things he does at his size are unbelievable. You guys have watched him. Everyone knows that Victor is a problem.
He is, although MP presents his share of problems as well. And we thank you for that report. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pittman the pass to Black. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. In the basket by Pittman.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
To the middle. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, that's what they're looking for. Get Wembanyama inside, and his height is impossible to deal with.
MP with it. He's picked up by Harper. Mobley kicks to MP. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night. Warren's checked in for Denver.
Number 43, Warren.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against Memphis. We've got Buckner. He's out there with Castle. Wembanyama's out there with Wembanyama. And it's Njai in at the power forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Spurs leading by 11. To the paint. Mobley with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Castle, no one around him. Trains the three-pointer. Castle's got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by MP. And the Nuggets making a change here. Bailey's checked in.
22, Bailey.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Trey Mann, he's checked in. Does it for the first half of play. Spurs lead by 11. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
36.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Denver Nuggets.
I can't see what they're trying to do offensively. Maybe with a little more patience, that shooting percentage will tick upwards.
Yeah, we saw several instances where the guys should have just made the extra pass. Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting. A peek at the latest returns.
I was just thinking about all the changes we've seen to the All-Star voting process over the years. A lot of new factors in play now.
Yeah, like social media. Definitely tips the scales when it comes to who's selected.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Nuggets trail by 11. Second half is underway, and here's who David Adelman's got on the floor. Alter out there with MP. Then it's Evan Mobley, and it's O'Brien in at the 5, down low. Here's Blackman. And that's an intentional foul. Warren's checked in for... We've got Buckner. He's out there with Harper. And it's Blackman in at the power forward position. That's the San Antonio Foul. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's MP. Tight defense on him. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Buckner. Pass to Enjoy. Harper wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harper's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
And here's MP for 3. Right. And Wright throws it down hard.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Down low. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And Wright throws it down hard.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And here's Harper from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Enjoy. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this game.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver making a switch here. Hands checked in. It's picked off. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, right to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And guys, this is where their depth really...
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. See you later.